Welcome to the EJ's Pro Pick'em Show. I'm your host, Dennis James. I'm here again with my co-host, Sean Harris, and my producer, Lawrence Jones. We're going to get right into the show. You saw the scoreboard already. We got to give congratulations to Lawrence for getting his second round win of the year. Also his fourth division win. I just want to ask you real quick, anything you've been doing lately differently? Or was it just now the season, since we got through the season, we kind of got a feel for everything now?
Well, to be honest, it ain't so much what I've been doing. I just got to step my game up because I've had a few bad moments. And so it's like when I get called out that next week, I just get pumped up. And so I do a little bit of studying, but then I listen to like different podcasts and stuff like that. So that kind of gives me an idea of how to pick the matches.
Okay. Unfortunately, you're hot. So is Jason Kidd stayed hot as well.
Yeah.
He's now moved up to the number 2 ranking as you saw in the power rankings, and over the last 3 weeks he's 33-13 with 388 points. Also, other notes from this week: Sean Harris, this scrub right here, Daniel Simmons and Tim Bushner all got their third division wins this week, and now that puts us with 10 players all got 3 division wins. As far as power rankings, not much change there. For the second time in 3 weeks, Sean jumped back into power rankings. Donald Hayden got knocked out. They keep switching spots, seem like it, over the last 3 or 4 weeks. And in the top 3, though, the top 3 is kind of like asserted themselves ahead of everybody. Daryl, Jason, and Mike Toes. It's only 50 points separating 3rd and 10th, but 90 points separating 1 and 4. So those guys are starting to pull away from us. We gotta catch back up to them. I guess now we'll get into the show. First, we got to talk about the Browns game. I guess you could say what comes around goes around. The Browns seem to find a way to lose games, and I think this time Carolina found a way to lose it. Jake Delhomme was horrible as usual.
He was good in the first half, though.
Whatever. But my thing is, I still don't understand how. When you get older, we talked about this earlier. You get older as a quarterback, it seems like you should be able to read defenses better, see progressions better, and your arm strength may go down, your how quick you are may go down, physical abilities may go down, but your other abilities should get better. It seems the exact opposite with him. What's the deal with DeLong? Why can't he seem to not throw 2-3 interceptions a game?
Because he never really thought that much, from the start. I think his physical ability is wearing down, so he can't do the same things he did when he was younger. He never really thought that much anyway. He's kind of free flower, just like Brett Favre.
Yeah.
All right, the other thought from the game is Peyton Hillis had another stellar game, but of course in the second half, this has been a problem all year. They seem to go in those offensive drills. They can't seem to go out and put teams away. And of course, that's mainly due to the lack of playmakers on offense. But I just want to get you guys' thoughts, on this game, if anybody saw it.
Yeah.
I know you saw it, Sean.
I was thinking it was going to be a typical Browns game, and they got lucky at the end. Carolina missed that field goal at the end.
He missed 2 field goals, actually. He missed another one earlier.
Yeah, but he missed the one to, win the game.
Yeah.
And, it is very interesting, too, because I think the Carolina receiver, LaFell, I think he had, a couple controversial calls. Mm-hmm. And it was just interesting how one worked in Carolina's favor and the other one didn't. But, it was, in typical Browns fashion, in typical Browns fashion, the game went the way it went, but, they're just lucky to win. I don't know what to say.
Yeah, that wouldn't save Mangini's job for now. I think if he loses this game, I think he's on his way to being kicked out of Cleveland.
You think he's done that bad to be fired? I mean, I look at the other way around. I mean, the record is not great, but I mean, the way they playing on the field, how competitive they are, and with what they got, I mean, I got to give them credit.
Oh yeah, I give him credit too. I just think this would have been this wouldn't look good on his record. It wouldn't look good on his resume going to the end of the season when he's being evaluated. I think this was a win he definitely had to have. This was
because it's Carolina.
Because it was Carolina. They're 1-9.
But is his fault? Jake Delhomme sucks.
No, it's his fault that he put Jake Delhomme in there.
Who else he got? Everybody else hurt.
Seneca
Yeah.
Wallace could have played.
From what I heard, he was still hurt.
Oh, well, if that's the case, then I guess
I
you
mean,
can't.
none of them
he's
are
not
100%.
100%. Yeah,
Yeah.
he's not 100%. Is what I'm hearing. They said DeLone was in better, you know,
health.
better health than.
Oh, okay. I mean, if that's the case, then I guess you can't blame him. But I mean, if he had the choice and he picked Jake Delhomme, so I'd blame him for putting him in there.
All right, next game, another game. The other area team got kind of lucky too. Steelers and against the Buffalo Bills. Buffalo's kind of in the same situation with Carolina. They always find a way to lose the game. This game went to overtime. Pittsburgh did have a big 13-point lead going in the fourth quarter. They blew it. Gave up 2 huge plays, which is uncharacteristic of Pittsburgh defense. One off a screen, and then in overtime, Buffalo had 3 chances to win this game, and they weren't able to cash in. You know, if as a Steeler fan, which you are, Sean,
Yeah, of course.
are you concerned that they had to struggle to beat the Buffalo Bills team, or are you concerned they blew a 13-point lead in the fourth quarter?
I'd be concerned about both. You know, the fact that it was close and the fact they gave up a 13-point lead. I still don't think they're that good. They're just getting lucky. Just like they got lucky in the game against Miami. And God, it's God's fault they won this game because God made Stephon Johnson drop the game-winning touchdown.
No, I think Buffalo just got a thing for AFC North teams. It's like even though it was an ugly game, they gave the Browns a tough game. Was that last year?
2 years ago. That
Or
was
2 years ago. Yeah, the Browns somehow won 63, and then
No, that was last year.
was last year.
Yeah, it was last year.
Yeah, and then they played Buffalo rather tough.
Baltimore, yeah.
Baltimore.
Yeah.
Yeah, so
And they beat Cincinnati.
yeah, so I think they just the way they play kind of.
Buffalo's been playing everybody tough. They just always find a way to lose in the end. The one thing I would say, Fitzpatrick. I'm not saying he's the answer, but he's definitely a lot of quarterbacks they had in the last 4-5 years.
Yeah, J.P. Lossman.
Yeah, he's definitely, I think, inserted himself to be
Trent Edwards.
better than anything they had since Flutie, pretty much.
Yeah.
I will say that. And I think Stevie Johnson, he had a bad game. This game, he dropped 5. He dropped the one go-ahead touchdown to the one, and he also dropped 5 for the whole game.
Yeah.
So and he had a big game before that. But Chris Carter said it bestly. That's growing pains as a young receiver, and some of the things that he said that because of the situation, he had he had another controversy last week, even before this week. He said Chris Carter thought that had something to do with it. He said that he dropped that pass not on Sunday. He dropped that pass last week on Tuesday in preparation. He was saying. So that's another thing. Another thing came out of this game. Ben Roethlisberger got hurt.
Is he out for the season?
I don't know. He's hurt his foot.
I hope so.
Hurt his foot, his ankle. He's wearing a boot, but they do think he's going to play. But I mean, anytime you have to wear a boot, that's a reason for concern.
Yeah.
So you definitely have to look out for that. And then also James Harrison got fined yet again.
Good.
For like the 4th time this year. The hit on Fitzpatrick, I didn't think it was that bad. It went helmet to helmet, but it's like in certain situations, you going in at a quarterback. If quarterback ducks down,
Right.
it's like what you gonna do?
Yeah, you
But he
can't.
didn't. But he didn't really even duck that. He just hit him on the chest.
Well, yeah, that's what I'm saying. He hit him on the chest, but I mean, why did he get fined if he hit him on the chest?
Because he's James Harrison.
That's pretty much it. Yeah.
I mean, I disagree with the fine, but I'm glad he got it.
I mean, well, fines don't do anything. Like Rodney Harrison said, you got to be suspended for them to
We need to
make a
suspend him
difference.
next time. We need to suspend him for the rest of the season.
Well, you suspended Mr. Browns, huh?
Yeah.
Well, I'm sure you like that. All right, well, we're going to take a quick break.
Oh, we got 5 minutes.
Oh, okay. I guess we go to the next one. Philadelphia at Chicago. This was a pretty good game. I thought this was a game. I think all year long I haven't really been feeling Chicago, but I think they showed me something. They showed me something this game, and I'm ready to give them some respect now. Finally, they seem to get a lot of pressure on Vic this whole game. He did have a violent comeback in the second half, but also the key to me in this game was it wasn't how Vic played. He played pretty well, but Jay Cutler played pretty well. Didn't turn the ball over. He had 4 touchdowns, no interceptions, and that's 3 games in a row. Cutler is pretty pretty solid, and it also seems like the offense is starting to be more balanced now too.
Right.
So I don't know if you guys saw the game, but I guess you guys
Yeah.
got any thoughts on the game?
Yeah, I saw the game. Yeah, the biggest keys really were. I think the biggest key was the fact that Matt Forte was able to run the ball as effectively as he did. He ran for over 100 yards, and the fact that they have Julius Peppers, who's athletic enough to, contain Vic. There was a few key plays where he was able to catch Vic while he was scrambling and tackle him. But the Bears have been solid this year. Things have been working out well. I still don't think they're for real. I don't think they'll make the playoffs, but they won't do nothing when they get there.
Well, yeah, because Keith's just the security blanket for Cutler is the running game. It's like if it's good, he'll be okay. But it's like if they have to depend on Cutler, yeah, their chances are are bad.
Well, the other thing too is you got to, before we get Cutler too much credit, the Eagles were out their two best corners. Ellis Hobbs is probably out for the season. Actually,
He ain't really one of the best corners.
well, he their second best corner, ain't he?
I mean, he's all right.
Well, they were missing Ashanti Samuel though.
Yeah, it's not the same.
But not only Ellis Hobbs off for the season, he talking about he may call it quits because it's a pretty bad neck injury he got.
Wow.
Well, are we still looking on time? We got time for one more? Or?
3 minutes.
All right. Next game. This is a lot of people say this might have been an NFC preview. Green Bay at Atlanta. This is another gutsy win for the Falcons. They seem to keep pulling these games out, especially at home. This was the key game as far as the picks as well, because 25 out of 42 picked Atlanta. This is another game. Matt Ryan once again late in the fourth quarter, minute left. He drives his team down the field to get a game-winning field goal. Third time he did it this year. He's 18-1 as a starter at home. Can we start putting Matt Ryan in there as one of those those clutch quarterbacks? I ain't gonna say of all time, but at least in this era.
He's a clutch quarterback. I mean, I wouldn't put him in the elite class with Tom Brady,
Right. Yeah.
Peyton Manning, but I think he's proven he's a winner. That's my opinion of that.
Right, what about this Falcons team? Or is this team? A lot of people still aren't sold on them. Yeah, they got the best record in the NFC. Or is this team for real?
Yeah. They're solid. They're balanced. They don't. It's like they're not. How did I say? There's nothing like overly outstanding about them, but they just get the job done. Plain and simple. It's like they're not like last year's New Orleans team that scored a lot, and they don't really have like a super dominant defense. They just beat you, plain and simple.
I would say, Atlanta seems to have that one play every week that seems to get them on top. And this week, I think it was that it was a quarterback sneak when Aaron Rodgers on 4th and inches, he couldn't get it. And the play before that, Aaron Rodgers had tweaked his elbow or something, and so he had to hold the ball a different way. And if he held the ball the way they normally do on a quarterback stick, I think they would have got it. And I think that just shows you how, even though in the NFL, a lot of times the difference between the win and losses can be inches.
Yeah.
And that was a key. That's a key factor. Again, that team to turn the whole game around because Green Bay was driving and had possibly would have had the chance to take the lead on that drive. And from there on, Falcons seemed like they had all the momentum. I guess we'll take a quick break now, and then when we come back, we got three more games to preview. Tampa at Baltimore, Giants at home against Jacksonville, and then was that Monday night? San Diego and Indianapolis.
Yeah.